The first NBA All-Star Game was played in 1951 and was held at the Boston Garden. The Eastern All-Stars defeated the Western All-Stars 111-94. At the time, the NBA was only 5 years old and was still trying to establish itself as a major sports league. The first All-Star Game was seen as a way to increase the popularity of the league and showcase its best players. The game was played on March 2, 1951, and featured the best players from the Eastern and Western divisions. The Eastern All-Stars were coached by Joe Lapchick of the New York Knicks, while the Western All-Stars were coached by John Cunliffe of the Minneapolis Lakers. Boston Celtics' Ed Macauley scored a game-high 20 points and successfully defended Minneapolis Lakers star George Mikan, limiting him to only 4 field goals and 12 points. Alex Groza of the Indianapolis Olympians scored a team-high 17 points for the West. Syracuse Nationals' Dolph Chase scored 15 points and also recorded a game-high 14 rebounds for the East, while reserve Dick McGuire added a game-high 10 assists. 2 other players from the East, Joe Fulks and reserve Paul Arizin, scored at least 19 and 15 points respectively, as their team had a 46.2 field goal percentage. On the other hand, the West only managed to make 32.7% of its shots. Macauley was named the first All-Star Game Most Valuable Player. However, he was honored 2 years later during the 1953 All-Star Game, when the league decided to designate an MVP for each year's game. Over the years, the All-Star Game has become an important part of the NBA season, with fans eagerly anticipating the event every year. The first NBA All-Star Game will always be remembered as a historic moment in the league's history.
All-Star Game. East shows just a bit more cohesion in its play as they out-razzle-dazzle West in this dream game of the pros and go on to win it 111-94.
Here's Julius opening the final round.
Let's take a look back at the first ever slam dunk contest, held during the 1984 All-Star Game weekend in Denver. The crowd was buzzing with anticipation as some of the league's most high-flying players took to the court to show off their best dunks. But it was Larry Nance of the Phoenix Suns who stole the show with his acrobatic slams and creative maneuvers. As Nance went up for his final dunk, the crowd erupted in cheers. He soared through the air, twisting and turning before slamming the ball through the hoop with authority. It was a dunk that would go down in history as one of the greatest of all time. Nance was crowned the first ever slam dunk contest champion, and his performance set the bar for future contestants to come. The contest has since become a staple of the All-Star Game weekend, with legendary players like Michael Jordan, Dominique Wilkins, and Vince Carter putting on unforgettable performances. But it was Larry Nance who paved the way for all of them, showcasing the power and artistry of the dunk like never before.
And Larry Nance puts it away. The final stop.
The ambassador, Anthony Davis, controls.
Anthony Davis displays an inspiring performance in the 2017 All-Star Game when he set the record for the most points with 52. The NBA All-Star Game is known for showcasing the best talent in the league, and in 2017, Anthony Davis proved that he belonged in that elite company. In a game where the offense was at a premium, Davis put on a performance for the ages, setting the All-Star Game record for most points in a game. As the game got underway, Davis looked like a man on a mission. He was attacking the basket, hitting jump shots, and making his presence felt on both ends of the court. His teammates kept feeding him the ball, and Davis kept delivering, scoring basket after basket. As the game wore on, Davis showed no signs of slowing down. He was playing with incredible energy and determination, and his teammates were doing everything they could to get him the ball. And every time he got the ball, he seemed to find a way to score.
I on the shoes.
Look at his hand.
Back. It says, wait a minute, that's my range. Let me go to half court.
14 points for LeBron to set up for Davis. Kawhi Leonard is off. Davis with the rebound, lays it home.
By the end of the game, Davis had scored an incredible 52 points, breaking the previous All-Star Game record of 42 points held by Wilt Chamberlain. He also had 10 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 steals, leading his team to a 192-182 victory over the Eastern Conference. It was a performance for the ages, and one that cemented Davis's status as one of the best players in the league. His 52-point game was a reminder of the incredible skill and talent that the NBA's best players possess, and it will go down as one of the greatest individual performances in All-Star Game history. Anthony Davis's incredible 52-point game in the 2017 All-Star Game will always be remembered as one of the greatest individual performances in NBA history. It was a moment that showcased the incredible talent and skill of one of the game's best players, and it will be talked about for years to come.
The New Orleans Pelicans in his fourth All-Star game averages just under 28 a game. That time he was looking to pass and couldn't find anybody. He didn't want to shoot, that he did. Not able to hit it. Harden off the glass, and again it's Davis.
LeBron James holds the record for total points due to his massive number of All-Star appearances. He has 413 so far and will continue to add. He passed Kobe Bryant with 290 and Michael Jordan with 262 total points. With his impressive skill and longevity, it's no surprise that he holds some All-Star records. Today, we're taking a closer look at one of those records, the most points scored in All-Star Game history. LeBron James has played in a staggering 18 All-Star games so far, and he shows no signs of slowing down. 2023 All-Star Game will be his 19th appearance. With each appearance, he adds to his already impressive point total, which currently stands at 385 points. This puts him ahead of other legends like Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. But it's not just about the numbers for LeBron. He's become a staple of the All-Star Game, providing fans with countless memorable moments over the years. From his high-flying dunks to his pinpoint passes, LeBron always seems to bring his A-game to the court. And he's not done yet. With each passing year, LeBron continues to prove that he's one of the best players in the league, and his All-Star record is just one more testament to his incredible talent and dedication.
Magic Johnson, that is. 3 months ago, he announced his retirement from the NBA after testing positive for the HIV virus.
The 1992 NBA All-Star Game in Orlando was a game full of memorable moments, but perhaps the most touching of all was when Magic Johnson returned to play in the game. Magic had retired the previous year due to his HIV diagnosis, but he was determined to continue playing the game he loved. So when he was selected to play in the All-Star Game, he jumped at the chance. As the game got underway, it was clear that Magic hadn't lost his touch. He was making his trademark passes, hitting jump shots, and leading his team with his trademark energy and enthusiasm. As the game drew to a close, it was clear that Magic had put on a performance for the ages. He had tallied 25 points, 9 assists, and 5 rebounds, leading his team to victory and earning the game's MVP award. It was a moment that will be remembered forever in NBA history. Magic's return to the court was an inspiration to millions of fans around the world, and his performance in the All-Star Game was a testament to his incredible skill and determination. The 1992 NBA All-Star Game will always be remembered for Magic's return and his incredible performance. It was a moment that reminded us all of the power of basketball to bring us together and inspire us to greatness.
I'll remember all these good times this afternoon. I'd like to thank you for sharing this with me. Thank you.